Hey, troops, Royfield Geeks Adventures, woohoo! So, doing a unique little preview reaction. It's to Ted Lasso Season 3 with the trailer just dropping a couple days ago. Now, I know a lot of you are going, Ted Lasso? It's not sci fi, yada, yada, yada. No, it's not. But I know that ever since the show premiered, kind of blew up. And I know a lot of folks, a lot of friends of mine who are into genre stuff are also into this show. And so I thought, what the heck? Well, do a quick thing about it. I know when my girlfriend Tracy and I first saw the previews for the show, we're like, let's be honest, we all bought into the fish out of water, goofy. Wow, an American football coach is going to coach a soccer team in Great Britain. And the slapstick images were so easy to come into mind. And then the show premiered, and all of a sudden it's like, this is not what we expected. Um, the show, it's still a fun show. Still lots of great jokes. Still lots of play on the fact that I'm in a Midwestern American. Okay. Um, but on the flip side, the fact that the show, it's about heart. It's about soul. It's about, a lot of people, that you hear this mentioned a lot, is that in the midst of the last 4 years, last 12 years, the show's a tonic that we've needed in a lot of ways. A reminder that empathy, kindness, all this warm and fuzzy junk that's been thrown around a lot, is very important, still matters, and is a very strong, powerful thing. So the show has, it's fun to watch because I imagine when it first came out, a lot. If memory serves, this is the classic case of a lot of pitches and people going, "Why the heck is anybody gonna watch this thing?" And seeing it bloom and come to life, and seeing so many people take it to heart. And now we're at season 3, and it's the end of the arc, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But we remember what happened, how Nate kind of lost his dang mind, and now he's dressed like it's fun watching the previews because he's dressed like a Bond villain and all this kind of whatnot. One of the central themes of the show has always been from the onset, exemplified by the Rolling Stones song that's mentioned in the trailer, about how life and existence is this weird thing that never works out the way you think. And we learn in season 2 what happened to Ted's father. In fact, he committed suicide, and how in a lot of ways Ted, the way he handles things, views things, the way he tries to teach his players and people in general, has been an attempt to, in some ways, make penance, in some ways to make sure no one on this planet goes through what he did after his father committed suicide. So a way to, like the song says, you can't always get what you want, but get what you need. And the show has been that way. Hannah getting vengeance on her ex, Roy trying to be a player again after screwing up his knee. It goes on and on, how a lot of all these things, keep. It's not meant to be, putting on a rose-colored glasses thing, but more a matter of realizing that paths, it's like the multiverse. Hey, maybe we did manage to get a little bit of superhero Marvel Cinematic Universe thing brought in, or everything, everywhere, all at once brought in. your existence is about paths, and to try and fight through what you can to get to that next path. Um, Jamie Tart, what he thought he wanted was to be the guy, and he got a chance to do that, and he kind of failed miserably, and he comes back. And Roy and everyone are able to teach him how he can change, how things can be different. And of course, dealing with his father, that heartbreaking moment in the locker room, when Jamie's dad just and everyone's like, what the hell is your dang problem? And Coach Beard, bless his heart, throws him out after Jamie punches him out. And of all the people to ironic and not ironic, of all the people to console Jamie first is Roy. And so it makes you kind of wonder, what happens to Nate, who now gets to be the guy, which is what he's always wanted. Or is it? It's been interesting because after the preview came out, a bunch of us have been like, man, what's gonna happen to him? Does he get redemption? Does he get a comeuppance? Yada 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 yada. And the thing is, in the end, in a lot of okay, fine. Anthony Stewart said, Hannah's ex, yeah, comeuppance. But a lot of the story isn't really about that. A lot of the story is not necessarily redemption, but self-awareness. Trying to look past what you think you are and what is, and trying to just kind of get all this stuff to finally meld together a little bit better. In some ways, it would be kind of cool if he got hit by a bus. Let's be frank, because he is a schmuck in many ways. But in the end, again, the show is not about that. Like I said, the show is about awareness. The show is about self-discovery. We'll see. With Ted always as the guide, you try and push him forward, and you hope that there is the will on the other person to accept that. That's the wonderful thing that you see Roy Kent hold on to. After he realizes that this aspect of my existence is over, but let's see if the other one can mean something. And then him helping Jamie, and you get the idea. The other thing that we've been wondering about, though, is this the end? Because Jason has said that this is the end of the arc. But the reality is, hey, multiverse. Nothing really ends. I think one of the issues we have in storytelling, media, is we want an ending to things. Nothing ends. Nothing ends. And I think the most legendary, notorious reminder of that was the final issue of Sopranos, and now you're going, that's right. That. Go Google it. The last episode of Sopranos, or either you're going, oh dang, that's right. Okay, part of it was the writer's way, because everyone kept saying, well, this is the way it's supposed to end. Da, 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 da. I think part of it was kind of a way for him to kind of go, my show, folks. This ends the way I see the character ending, because I've been running this show for how long now? And the other thing, though, more importantly, is the fact that nothing ends. So Tony, let's say Tony does get shot at the end. Does it end? No. Everything creates ripples. Your existence has inertia through the existence of everyone else. Nothing really ends. What happens is that is a crossroads to a new story, to a new form of existence. Wow, I'm getting really philosophical about this. But anyway, it's Saturday. It's getting late. I'm tired, which can be kind of handy at moments like this. But anyway, before I digress even further than normal. So, it's the same thing with Ted Lasso. It may be the last season or whatever, but stories never end. They Ozarks, actually, there's another example. The end, nothing ends. And there are two ways to take that. Unfortunately, um, there is a dark horror movie kind of way of taking it. John Carpenter's a thing. Or maybe not so horrific. Maybe it's a reminder that you get past this point. But like I said, it's a new path. It's a new beginning. Anyway, I'm gonna go because it's getting late and yada yada yada. You know the drill. Anyway, hey, next week premieres. So yay! Woo! Anyway, y'all take care. Have a good rest of the weekend. May the force be with you. May the odds be in your favor. Especially if your team's trying to get into the tourney for NCAA basketball, men's and women's. Hey, y'all take care. And as always, most importantly is what Ted would remind you. Be good to each other, okay, folks? Y'all take care. Peace. Bye.